Hi everyone, it's Gerald with you again, and I'm going to do a double listing review. I thought it was appropriate to do a video of these two watches together, but obviously they will be listed separately for sale on the website, and I will put the links to those listings in the description of the video. What we're looking at here is a couple of very rare vintage Grand Seikos. These are on the right we have the 5645 8000, and on the left we have the 5646 8000. Obviously the difference between the two in terms of functionality is the 5646 on the left has both a day and date wheel, whereas the 5645 on the right only has the day wheel. What is obvious from these two watches is that they are 18 karat gold, and they are two of the very few vintage Grand Seikos in 18 karat gold cases to also come with 18 karat gold bracelets, and we'll look at the bracelets separately. The other difference between the two is not just in terms of the functionality, with one being a day date and one just being a date, but also a little bit difficult to tell in this light, but the dial is different on each of these watches, as are the indices. The watch on the right, the 5645, has a linen finished dial, linen textured finished dial, which is absolutely beautiful, as you can see there as I turn it into the light. And the 5646 8000 has what is commonly known as the starlight dial, which really does play with the light fantastically, has a wonderful texture to it. The other difference, which you may have noticed already, is that the 5646, the hour indices are actually sort of cut, well, they're three-dimensional, they're high, but then they're cut back to allow space for the minute hand to go over, as it just has gone past there on the 2 hour marker. So that's the difference between the watches. In terms of their introduction, although they have the same case reference number, which is 5646 8000, they are actually different watches in terms of their catalogue number. So the 5645, if we focus on this one first of all, the 5645 8000 was actually also available with the same linen finished dial and in a day date version, also called the 5646 8000. And those two watches were introduced in, I think it's the 1971 special luxury catalogue. Now, the 5645 8000 and the 5646 8000 with the linen dials, although they were both featured in that special luxury catalogue, they didn't last very long. The 5645 actually was only ever in that special luxury catalogue, whereas the 5646 8000 with the linen dial followed on and was repeated again in the 1972 special luxury catalogue. So these were only shown in that special Christmas catalogue. They weren't in the regular Seiko catalogues. And then in 1972 special luxury catalogue, this watch, the 5645 8000 with the linen dial, was replaced by a 5645 with the starlight dial, and introduced was the 5646 with the starlight dial, actually next to, pictured next to, the original watch with the linen dial from the 1971 special luxury catalogue. I'll add images from the catalogues into this video, and also I'll put them on the listings. We have full scans of the Grand Seikos in those two catalogues on the website. Okay, so that's the history. They weren't around very long. I said this starlight dial, which debuted in the 1972 special luxury catalogue, was then also featured in volume 1 of the 1973 catalogue, and then that was it. So really these watches, well, certainly the one on the left, this was only really on the market for probably less than 6 months. At the time, remember we're talking 1971, 1972, the gold price was absolutely going through the roof. And unfortunately, we suspect that probably many of the examples of these watches, they would have been stripped down for their gold value during the 70s or 80s. So we really do see these very rarely indeed. Okay, so I'll just turn the watches over just to have a look at the rear side, and we'll look at the bracelet in a moment, because you can straight away see there's some interesting construction on this bracelet. On the left-hand side still is the 5646 8000, so that's the starlight dial. And we can see from the case serial number, which is stamped at the bottom here, 270005, so manufactured in July 1972, obviously ready for its appearance in the 1972 special luxury catalogue that probably would have come out around November time, but a very, very low serial number, 0005. 1 year earlier, remember the linen dial 5645 was introduced in the 1971 special luxury catalogue, so we can see that this was manufactured 17 in July of 1971, and again a very low serial number, 0009. In terms of rarity, the Starlight dial, I've only ever seen this one. I've never seen another example of it. The linen dial, I've seen maybe 3 or 4 of these across both the date and the day date version. So these are 2 very, very rare pieces indeed. I'm just going to move one watch out of the way so that we can move the other one there, and then now we can turn this one around and get a better look at the bracelet. The first interesting thing about the bracelet is look how the sizes of the side of the bracelet actually matches where it meets the case in terms of the depth of that part of the case. But it's actually sort of stepped up, built up here on the inside, which is a very interesting bracelet construction. I've not seen this on any other Seiko, but it is obviously common across these two examples. In terms of the clasp, and we'll just come this way around. So on one end of the bracelet is just a couple of pins there, into which the clasp will then actually fit. So you can see here's the clasp, there's a little spring-loaded thing there, and so that would just clip over and then snap shut. Okay, so let's just have a look at how the bracelet actually closes. Looking at it, obviously this can go through either here or here, so effectively there's sort of a micro adjustment for the wearer. But if we put it through there, you see that then fits exactly nicely in here, and then this just closes and snaps shut. So there's the ability to micro adjust it, but the bracelet, you would actually have to have this bracelet sized for your wrist. I believe this has all the links on it. It fits. Well, I'd actually have to have it adjusted slightly, have maybe 1 or 2 links taken out for my wrist, which I think is sort of pushing 19 centimeter wrist, something like that. So it's very important if you ever discover one of these watches to make sure that there are sufficient links to actually size it to your own wrist. Let's just take it out, and we'll bring it back, and we'll just look at the 2 watches in a little bit more detail in terms of the quality. Obviously, being gold, I'm sure this would have been polished over time, but it is still very, very, very sharp edges indeed on here. So it's in very, very good condition. It's obviously been extremely well looked after. Interestingly, the crown, you see, has got the triple textured ridges here, which is the same as we find on the 61857,000 VFA, which is the 18-karat VFA. So they used a similar design for the crowns on these 2 watches. And again, on this side, obviously, with this watch being 49 years old now, 48 years old, it's picked up some little minor dings and some hairline scratches, but it is in very, very good condition. Could probably do with a bit of a dab of jewellery cleaner. We can see some marks on the bracelet here. But the dial is absolutely spectacular, and obviously we've got those solid gold hands and indices as well, and this really, really does play wonderfully with the light. So we'll just bring in the other one and just have a look around that one as well. Again, in absolutely fantastic condition, very similar quality to the case. You can see how I've spoken before in other videos about, always look out for when you see a join or a meeting between two facets of a case. Look for that bright light there, that line there that shows that that this probably has seen a little bit of polishing in the past, but it's still very, very well defined edges all around this watch. As you still, I don't know, I doubt that's the original case back protection sticker, but that's there anyway. We'll just come around on the other side as well, just to see absolutely superb piece. Okay, so there you go. So that's the 5645 8000 in 18 karat gold with 18 karat gold bracelet. with the linen dial that was introduced in the 1971 Special Luxury Catalogue, and then in the following year's Special Luxury Catalogue, let's get it the right way around, saw the introduction of the 5646 8000 with the Starlight finished dial, which is the watch we have on the left. So there you go. So high resolution photographs of both of these watches will be on the website on their two listings. I hope you very much enjoyed having a look at these two. Obviously they are extremely rare watches, and being sort of gold, not for everybody in terms of taste, but if you're looking for a Seiko, a vintage Grand Seiko gold dress watch, you really can't do much better than either of these two. And look forward to seeing you again soon with another review and another listing. Thank you.